Hello everyone, I hope you're all well. Before I start showing you all the items that I've got up for sale, I just want to say thank you to Morgan Roussel. Morgan runs the official Level 42 website and Facebook page, and he very kindly posted my last clip last week, and I'm going to thank him in advance for hopefully posting this one as well. Thank you for your support. The reason I'm going to raise this money for cerebral palsy is if you haven't watched the previous clip, I met a very nice fan by the name of Francis Levy, who lives in the same town as me of Hornchurch in Essex. Basically he's managed to work, he's had cerebral palsy all his life I understand, and he's managed to work 30 odd years, but it seems to be taking hold of him right now, and he is beginning to have sort of difficulty with his speech. Also I know he's had a fairly big operation. So although I'm not going to raise the funds directly for him, I will be raising the funds for Scope, who help people with cerebral palsy, and I know there was two other people who commented on last week's clip, which includes Ray Boyle up at Newcastle, who are affected by this, and unfortunately I've forgotten the name of the other person, but I will thank you for your comment as well. So let me start with what we've got. There are 4 non-level 42 items I've got. The first is from Phil Theron, who sang with Galaxy, and their sort of biggest hit was a tune called Dancing Tight. I have posted this clip live from when I saw him at the Havering show a couple of months ago. Basically I did meet him. I took a pretty crap picture that I'd printed off my computer before going. When I told him I'd be raising funds for a charity, he actually got backstage and got this picture himself and then signed it. So I don't suppose you will watch this, Phil, but if you do, thank you very much indeed. So that will be under Phil Theron Galaxy signed photo, and the starting price will be £5. Second item is a signed postcard by Lee John of Imagination. Now I didn't meet Lee myself. I have a fairly good relationship with a few of the DJs at my local radio station called Time FM, and Lee came in for an interview with Mark Dover. I rang Mark while the show was going on and said, can you get some signed stuff for me? And I must admit I got this and a number of other items given to me after that show. The link with Lee is that Mike has actually done a couple of duets with Lee, and in fact if you go into my channel you will be able to find one of those duets live. But Mark, thank you very much indeed for getting that for me, and again this will be under Lee John, and that's L with 3 E's, John Imagination signed postcard, and again that will be £5. Next signed photo is from Kenny Thomas. His biggest hit was Outstanding, and again if you go into my channel you will find a live performance of that already on there. Now again, fun enough, I want to thank Gabby from Time FM because she managed to get me to meet him. Basically I know he has a daughter that's not particularly well at the moment. I discussed what I do with all these signed things, and I raise money for charity. The guy shook my hand about 4 times, which was very nice. He's the star, I'm the bloke from Hornchurch, and I found it very nice that he was really appreciative of kind of what I do for helping other people. I actually took this picture with me to Coco's later on in the year and saw him outside, managed to get him to sign it for me. The next photo, that will be under Kenny Thomas signed photo, again £5 starting price. Next one is signed by Roger Odell, George Anderson, Bill Sharp and Jill Seward of Shack Attack. I've seen them a few times, I think probably 4 times over the last 2 years, and originally back in 1981. Again this photo will be under Shack Attack signed photo starting at £5. Again, funny enough actually, if you want to see some of their music, because I know in the Ultimate 42 forum there was quite a number of Level 42 fans that like Shack Attack, and I know that they did do a double bill once in about 1983. But there's if you put in Shack Attack Maidstone, there's a 13-minute clip where a rather pissed member of the audience falls on stage while they're performing a song, knocks Jill Seward's bongos all over the place, but having performed for 35 years they just carry on with the song and finish it. But I know they're all laughing their heads off at the end of the song. So again, thank you guys for signing that. So, on to my level 42 signed stuff, which I know is what you really want. The first item will be this picture signed by Phil. I believe the original picture was taken at the Brixton Ace in 1983. If it wasn't, it was taken around that era. Phil signed this when I saw him and Mike perform when they raised money for a charity called Deborah back in April down in Brighton. That one will be under Phil Gould signed photo, £10 starting price. The next one is a signed photo by Mike. Again, this will be under Mike Lindup signed photo and a £10 starting price. I took this picture at the Henley Reef Wine Festival last year, and again he signed it when I saw him and Phil at Brighton in May. Next one is a signed picture by Mark. I took this picture myself in 20th of October 2008 at the Royal Albert Hall. After the gig I sent it to him, and as you can see he very kindly signed it and sent it back to me. So that will be under Mark King signed photo, again a £10 starting price. Next item is a flyer from the Sirens 2 tour in 2016. Love and best wishes from Mark King. Again, this will just be under Mark King signed flyer. Again, I think I've put either £10 or £15 starting price on that. And again, Mark, thank you very much, because this is another thing that I'd sent to him and he'd signed. Mark, thank you very much indeed. One day I might give you this t-shirt back, you never know. The next items now, these are all stuff that I've managed to collate myself. The next item is one of the level 42 key rings. It is in a bit of a worn condition, but I was sent this by another fan by the name of Aaron Judd. Now I've only met Aaron for 90 seconds at the end of the gig at Cliffs Pavilion the other week, 2 weekends ago, but it's the second time he's supported me. He gave me a Mark King, Grupo Mark King t-shirt to sell once when I raised money for St Francis, I think, about a year ago. So again, Aaron, thank you very much indeed. Now, the item that he sent as well, I like this one myself, so, oh sorry, that would just be under level 42 keyring. He's managed to send me a backstage VIP pass from the Retroglide tour, which I guess is 2006. As I said, I must admit, when this came through the post, I was like, ooh, I like that. And again, Aaron, thank you so much for sending this. So this is under level 42 laminated backstage pass, I think. And again, I think I've started this at £15. Now, the last item I've left to last specially. Again, this has been sent to me by another fan by the name of Jamie Watts. Now again, just like Aaron, this is the second time Jamie supported me, but I've never even met the bloke. So thank you very much, Jamie, for sending this through. It's a programme from the Running in the Family 30-year edition, or 25-year edition. It has been signed by Mark, Sean, Dan and Nicole. Now, it will go up as signed, a level 42 signed programme, and I believe I've started this at £15. Now I will take this with me. I'm going to see the guys at the Royal Albert Hall next Thursday. Now I know getting backstage at the Royal Albert Hall is one of the hardest to get to. I have managed to achieve it twice before. In 1994, when they did their last gig, I got given a after show party ticket. And in 2008, when I took that other picture of Mark on stage, both my sons managed to, well, we went backstage prior to the gig, and this is Mark with both my sons, who are now 22 and 25, so they're a little bit bigger than that picture shows. But the thing about this particular gig at Royal Albert Hall, number one, it's the last gig of this tour, so it's going to be difficult to get backstage. Number two, when I went backstage in 1994, I know there was other celebs there, because I actually stood next to Lenny Henry waiting to go and see them. So I hope that somebody in high places watches this clip, because I said I would like to try and get this signed by Pete, Mike, and who else is missing? Pete, Mike, who else is missing? Somebody's missing on this. Anyway, I'll try and get it signed by the other guys. Oh, Nathan, sorry, yes, I remembered. I'll try and get this signed if I can. If I do, I'll repost the picture before it ends. All of these items will be up for sale today, which is what day is it? 21st of October, I think. 21st or 22nd? 21st of October. They'll go up on eBay at 6 o'clock, between 5 and 6 o'clock today, and they'll be available for 1 week. Happy bidding, everybody, and as I always close these clips, bye bye everybody, bye bye.